Episode 3: Survival Rules in the Alamop Jungle, The Evolution of Technical Analysis. Hello, listeners. Welcome back. Previously, we talked about the essence of technical analysis being managing the present and how to use it in combination with fundamental context. Today, we want to talk about something more hardcore. In the algorithm jungle, how exactly should ordinary investors survive since AI is so powerful? Even high-frequency trading uses deep learning to predict microstructure. Is there still a way for ordinary investors' technical analysis to survive? The answer is yes. But the premise is that you must evolve traditional, textbook-style, technical analysis is indeed failing. For example, simple dual-moving average crossover strategies, or single KDJ indicators, these have long been harvested 10,000 times by quantitative funds algorithm. Today's market has far more false breakouts, bull trap, Baudelaire trap, than before, and behind this is oft-algorithm computing liquidity tests and hunts at key technical levels. Algorithms know you will set your stop loss a little below the support level, so they deliberately push the price through a little to trigger your stop loss, then pull it back up. This kind of stop loss hunting operation is commonplace in today's market. In the AI era, the correct way to open technical analysis should be a combination of dimensionality reduction strikes and dimensionality increased thinking. So-called dimensionality reduction strikes means using AI tools to assist us in technical analysis. Now there are many AI-driven chart analysis tools, such as Zierman AI Analyzer or LuxAlgo, which can scan dozens of timeframes in 1 second, identify complex patterns, and give objective trend scores. Using these tools, we can free ourselves from the heavy work of drawing lines. No longer limited by personal subjective bias and eye fatigue, we can let AI help us filter out those perfect pattern targets. Taking advantage of the machine's speed and objectivity in the past, you might have needed to spend several hours flipping through hundreds of candlestick charts to find one cup and handle pattern. Now you can set an instruction, and AI can push all stocks in the market that match the pattern to you in a few seconds. This is the efficiency revolution brought by tools. You do not need to grind flour yourself. You can directly buy flour to make bread. So-called dimensionality increased thinking means superimposing human logical judgment on top of AI filtered results. AI can see the cup and handle pattern on the chart, but it does not know whether this cup and handle is caused by some yielding crisis or by the sudden departure of the company CEO. AI excels at processing structured data, price, volume, but when dealing with unstructured, extremely complex macro narratives and sudden events, it is currently not as sensitive as humans. For example, when Trump again proposes to impose high tariffs on imported steel and aluminum, AI might predict based on past data that this would be positive for U.S. domestic steel stocks because from historical data, tariff barriers usually push up domestic product prices. But an experienced human researcher would immediately think this would cause rising costs for downstream manufacturing, might trigger retaliation from trading partners, and then lead to global economic slowdown, ultimately possibly suppressing steel demand. More importantly, this may trigger market concerns about inflation, which in turn affects the Fed's interest rate policy, leading to a decline in the entire broad market. This kind of domino effect logical deduction, based on political economy, is something that pure historical, data-based AI models currently cannot perfectly simulate in this context. If steel stocks show a technical breakout, human traders might choose to wait and see or adopt a more conservative strategy because they know the logical foundation behind this breakout is fragile. This is the value of humans above machines. AI may see the breakout, but you see the trap. In addition, we must be wary of the overfitting trap. AI models can easily train perfect strategies on historical data, but fail miserably in real combat because market structure has changed. Human intuition and common sense are often the last line of defense against overfitting. For example, in the Kaitrui market, technical analysis often needs to be combined with on-chain data and social media sentiment. This is a hybrid approach. AI can help you monitor Twitter sentiment indices, track whale wallet movements, but the final decision on whether to trade on this signal must be your comprehensive judgment of the entire crypto ecosystem and regulatory environment. If the SEC has just announced it will sue an exchange, then even if on-chain data is good and technical patterns are perfect, you should know that the current risk is extremely high. Therefore, in today's world, technical analysis should not be an independent decision-making system, but a module in a huge auxiliary decision-making system. It should be organically integrated with fundamental analysis, sentiment analysis, and macro analysis. Let us talk about specific tactics again. In the past, when doing technical analysis, we might attach great importance to points, such as having to buy at exactly $100. But in the algorithm era, points have become blurred, because algorithms engage in high-frequency games near key points, causing prices to show spikes. So modern technical analysis should focus more on zones and structures. Do not dwell on tiny gains and losses, but understand the structure of price movement. Is it in an accumulation zone or distribution zone? Is it in an ascending channel or descending channel? At the same time, pay attention to changes in volume. In algorithm trading, volume is often more real than price because price can deceive and be manipulated, but volume represents real money changing hands. If a breakout lacks volume support, it is very likely an illusion created by algorithm. AI tools can help us monitor abnormal volume much more sensitively than the naked eye. To summarize the views of this episode, in the algorithm jungle, we must learn to use AI as hunting dogs to help us find prey. But the decision to shoot must be made by human hunters. We must use the efficiency of machines, but cannot rely on the judgment of machines. Technical analysis must evolve into a three-dimensional combat system that integrates macro, fundamentals, and market sentiment. In the next episode, we will enter an even more interesting field: philosophy. We will discuss what exactly is the fate of humans in this market full of machines. Episode 4. Born equal, but results unequal. Viewing human destiny from the capital market. Hello, listeners. In the previous programs, we discussed the methodology of technical analysis. Today, I want to elevate the topic a bit, extending from the capital market to a broader social level, talking about the fate of humans. In this AI era, our discussion today on the application methods of technical analysis precisely reflects the repositioning of human value in the context of increasingly mature AI tools. If in the capital market we divide people into those above the machine and those below the machine, those below the machine are those who try to compete with machines in computing speed, memory, and simple logical execution. They are doomed to be eliminated in high-frequency trading and simple chart recognition fields. Their fate is like workers replaced by robotic arms on assembly lines. They are still counting waves with the naked eye, manually calculating moving averages. This kind of effort is respectable, but in terms of efficiency, it has already been abandoned by the era. Those above the machine are those who know how to harness machines, use machine outputs as materials, and engage in higher dimensional strategic thinking, creative integration, and ethical judgment. They treat AI as a super assistant, not a competitor. In the ocean of algorithms, they still firmly hold the steering wheel. They know how to ask AI questions, how to verify AI conclusions, and how to take over control when AI fails. This makes us think of an old saying, all men are created equal. Is this sentence correct? But if we understand it as equality of outcomes, then it is clearly absurd and dangerous, just as we saw in the discussion of immigration and forced integration. If we ignore property rights and individual differences and forcibly implement some kind of big pot of rice. Style equality, it often leads to the disintegration of society and the regression of civilization. Hans Hermann Hoppe's discourse on free immigration and forced integration, though sharp, reveals a profound truth. True freedom is built on private property rights and contracts, not indiscriminate chaos. Hoppe believes that if public resources are forcibly opened equally to everyone, it is actually an infringement on the original taxpayers and property owners. This is called forced integration. Similarly, in the capital market, if we demand that everyone receive equal investment returns, such as eliminating market fluctuations through policy intervention or forcing everyone to only buy index funds, then no one will dig for value, no one will bear risks, and the price discovery function of the capital market will fail, ultimately leading to resource misallocation. The reason the market is efficient is precisely because countless unequal individuals are competing with their wisdom, effort, and courage. In this game, survival of the fittest is inevitable and necessary, but humans are indeed unequal. Natural family wealth, intelligence level, the era and background they are in, even the contingency of life circumstances, BAS make our starting points vastly different. In this era where AI rapidly amplifies the Matthew effect, this inequality seems to be intensifying. Institutions with top computing power and data seem to have achieved dimensionality. Reduction strikes against retail investors. Institutions can build supercomputing centers with hundreds of millions of dollars, hire top mathematicians and physicists, while retail investors only have a laptop. This looks very desperate, right? So, is there still meaning in ordinary people's ed? The answer is yes, and more meaningful than ever, because the new era of change, while destroying old runways, also paves wider and deeper new runways. The popularization of AI technology is actually a kind of empowerment equality to some extent. In the past, to conduct complex data backtesting, monitor global public opinion, and analyze thousands of earnings reports, you needed to hire an expensive team of analysts. This was a game only Wall Street giants could play. But now, an ordinary individual investor, as long as they make good use of AI tools, such as ChatGPT, various AI investment research platforms, can obtain near institutional level information processing capabilities at extremely low cost. Can let AI help you summarize earnings call minutes, write quantitative strategy code, monitor market sentiment. These once expensive privileges have now become inclusive tools. This is equality of opportunity. For everyone, regardless of their current situation, the possibility of identifying and seizing opportunities has become more equal because of the popularization of tools. The threshold has been leveled. What remains is who runs fast. The key is whether you are willing to become that person above the machine. Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone, learn how to converse with AI, elevate your cognitive dimension, and hone those irreplaceable intuitions and juts in this sense? The advanced path of technical analysis is actually the life advancement path for each of us in the AI era. Do not try to become a better calculator. Try to become a better designer, decision maker, and thinker. We cannot demand equality of outcomes that would only bring mediocrity and stagnation, but we can pursue equality of tools and cognitive freedom. In this world full of uncertainty, AI is the sword in our hands, while our wisdom and courage are the hand that wields the sword. Now let us bring the topic back to stock technical analysis. The economy is human. The market is the dog. In the short term, the dog, that is market price or technical indicators, will run around due to various smells, such as news, sentiment, even running far from the owner. PAG can accurately predict whether the dog's next move is to jump left or right because it has learned all the dog's past movement patterns. It can calculate the dog's running speed, acceleration, and even judge its excitement level based on the frequency of the dog's tail wagging, but only the human, that is, fundamentals, long-term value, knows where this dog will ultimately go. Technical analysis is the leash in our hand when walking the dog. It cannot decide the direction home, but it can let us feel the dog's pulling force, preventing us from being dragged into the bushes by the dog, or timely pulling it back when the dog goes crazy. In the AI era, this leash has become smarter. It can automatically detect the strength of the pull and even warn of the dog's impulses. But please remember, the other end of the leash must always be held by a sober, rational, visionary human. If this leash breaks, or if the person holding it falls asleep, no matter how advanced the leash is, the result will be catastrophic. So for every investor, how should we walk the road ahead first? Do not completely abandon technical analysis, but reshape it. Do not treat it as an oracle for predicting the future, but as tentacles for perceiving the present. Use it to manage risk. Use it to find entry, timing, but never use it to decide strategic direction. Second, embrace AI, but do not worship AI. Use AI to process data, assist decision-making, but maintain independent thinking ability. Always be vigilant about AI blind spots and the risk of algorithm homogenization. When everyone is using the same AI model, that model is not far from fake. Third, cultivate inner strength. In an era where machines are becoming smarter, human emotional control, macro vision, and cross-disciplinary thinking abilities become more important than ever. These are areas that machines currently cannot replace, and also the source of our generation of excess returns. Alpha fourth, maintain humility and confidence. Humility because the market is always smarter than us, and machines are always stronger than us in computing power. Confidence because we have souls, creativity, and the right to define that. This is the correct application scenario for technical analysis, and also our irreplaceable value in the machine era. Thank you all for listening. I hope this podcast series can help you find your own certainty in the complex and diverse market. See you in the next series.